Okay. Hey, everybody. Apparently, we're live. Hi, I'm Joe Goodman, publisher at Goodman Games. I'm going to turn the baton over to Chris Lindsay, who looks excited to start
Hi,
the stream.
we're doing it live. I'm here. Chris Lindsay at Goodman Games, Director of Development for 5e, and I'm super excited about this product. So I'm going to turn this over briefly to Matt.
Yes, briefly is right. My name is Matt Hildebrand. I work as the art director for Goodman Games, and I like dragons.
I think we
I
all
love
like
me
it.
some dragons.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean
yeah.
that's the thing. We've there's so many dungeons, right? We got dungeons out a lot of dungeons. We need more dragons, and then Chris came along with this great idea for this product, and here we go. I couldn't be more pumped.
We need not only need more dragons, we need to ride dragons. We need to ride all the things that fly in the air, and we need to be able to do really kick-ass adventures that we can fly, and we can only be able to do kick-ass adventures that we can do if we can fight while we're flying. Oh yeah.
I like the whole fighting part. That's good.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Right, you guys
Get your
talk
feather
amongst
fall
yourselves.
spell ready.
Okay. I'm trying to fix the stream isn't coming through on the backer kit page for some reason. So talk amongst yourselves about dragons. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have some glorious stuff coming at you, and I don't know how much I can swear on screen, but I want to
PG-13.
swear it up. PG-13. Okay, we got some glorious shit coming. This is gonna be awesome. I cannot possibly wait for this. We have designed a plethora of flying mounts, including our sky drakes, which are our dragons. And we have a subclass for every single one of the 12 main character classes. And we've got feats and spells galore and backgrounds. And I've been saying all along this is going to be the crunchiest crunchy book that you guys have seen in a long time come from Goodman Games. And I am not lying. In fact, as you are all like diving into to back our efforts to become contributors to our dream and your own dreams, it we will only continue to unlock more crunch. Right?
I heard this book is basically dragon granola. Chris, is that true?
It's absolutely true. Dragon granola. Yes, that's right. There ain't not enough milk in the world for this.
Is it more like a muesli or like
Oh.
no, it's
No,
crunchy, right?
I
It's like
hate
crunchy,
muesli.
like
Granola.
nobody
Because
likes muesli, man.
granola, you can eat in cereal, you can eat in cereal, you can put it in a bag with chocolate chips and other things and eat it that way. It's so versatile, and so are dragons, by the way.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Yep. I will say that I've had the pleasure of starting to commission some art for this project, right? And just reading through some of the descriptions of the mounts and the subclasses that you sent over, Chris, is super inspiring. Like, I'm running a game that doesn't have anything to do with riding dragons, and I think it's going to start to include riding dragons because it's. I mean, you can get into some of the detail. I know we've talked sky drakes, we've talked luck beetles, but I don't know. Is there anything in particular that you want to talk about? What was the highlight? What was the first one that maybe that's the best place to start is inspiration for this project?
So, well, inspiration for this type of product comes from so many places, right? Um, from when I was a kid in the 80s reading novels, like the Dragonlance novels and Anne McCaffrey's books, and even and now, even as I'm older, more contemporary fantasy, like the Fourth Wing novels are freaking fantastic.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, I love you. I can't remember your name, Ms. Author out there, but keep writing, please. Um, and uh, and then movies. I don't even know where to start. One of my favorite movies of all time is Dragon Slayer. Period. Full stop. Right. And I'm so nerdy about that. I can even tell you the name of the dragon in that movie is Vermithrax Pejorative, and it's the coolest thing ever. I even have a Dragonborn character named Mithrax after Vermithrax, and yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
Dude, We saw that movie in the theater. Remember, Matt? We
Yep.
rented a theater
Damn,
for a
you're
private showing
old.
of that movie. Like, it was before you joined the company,
No, no.
maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah,
We'll do it
a
again
couple
now that
years.
you're here.
Yep. Yeah, just a few years ago, we rented it. And by we, not me, rented it out, and we all sat in there and watched it. Oh man, it was great to see it on the
Oh.
big screen. But
Do you know
talk
what we
about
should do for Dungeon Con? Because to your point, Matt, we got the
Oh.
dungeon but not the dragon. There is
Yeah.
that movie theater in downtown Fort Wayne that's like I've never seen it open. You know the one, Chris, that's right across from Grain Wayne.
I
That's
know
like
exactly
attached
which one
to
you're talking about. Do you want
I
to do
wonder
this?
I wonder if we could do like a dragon marathon. Like just run dragon movies for the whole weekend or something. I don't know. That might be
mean-
awesome.
Yep.
Let me actually, Jen, if you're watching this, you're our woman on the ground in Fort Wayne. Let's find out who's in charge of that theater and see if
That's
we can get
awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll suggest How to Train Your Dragon as one we should probably add to that list.
Yeah.
And I mean, anyway, I'm gonna let you keep going, Chris. You were talking about
Okay.
inspirations.
I'll also say it didn't do well in the box office, and there are many critics to the movie. But I love Reign of Fire. I think it was
Agreed.
well done. A post-apocalyptic setting and dragons. Yes, please. Give me more of that. So and I can sing along to the entire soundtrack of Pete's Dragon from when I was a kid. And there's just so many cool things. Everybody wants to be a dragon, right? Everybody wants to go out and do that thing. And it's really hard to do this in your game, because when Joe came to me and says, I want to do you inspired me, we should do this book about dragon writing. And I don't know why I even said those words out loud, because at the time I was like going, okay, I put my DM hat on and I'm like, what happens if all of my players are writing intelligent dragons? They're each basically have two characters, one of which is considerably more powerful than the other one, because now their regular character, that's a humanoid of some kind, is now been subjugated by a dragon upon which they sit. I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work. And I was skeptical. I had to go away and kind of think about this for a little bit. And I'm like, well, what if we made our own version of a dragon? I mean, all those other intelligent dragons are out there, and we'll talk more about those in a little bit. But what if we made a dragon that you could literally just use as a mount? It's the heavy war horse of dragons, and that birthed the Skydrake, right? I probably spent more time like after that I came up with that. The thing, it took me longer to like just figure out what I was going to call the thing.
Names are always the
actually
hardest. Yeah.
Get the actual like stats out there, because and we wanted to do stuff that they had like magical abilities all over the spectrum, from the traditional like breath weapons to dragons that steal your mojo and they make you sad, and dragons make a lot of players sad if they're on the wrong end of the breath weapon, but that's okay. It's a different kind of sad. We
I think you're dead
came up with all
before you're
kinds of
sad,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Well, usually, yeah. The sadness is that split second as the dragon is breathing in.
Yeah, I'm
When
not
you
sure, but I feel
realize
really down. Yeah.
this is it. It's all over now. Even if I make this saving throw, I'm toast.
Yeah.
So, and we'll put characters on dragons. But then I thought, well, why would we stop there? Let's make some really cool variant animal mounts. Cats with wings and flying frogs. We got the reed glider frog. We got all kinds of like really fun animal things that can go into the air. The gyro squid.
I like Matt's comment. Matt, do you want to
Yeah.
remind us of your thoughts on that?
Worst sit and spin ever? Was that the
Yeah.
one?
I think you said you feel like you're gonna have to change your pants.
Oh,
every
that
time
might be
you write
true.
it. Like it's just like icky.
I think both are probably true. Yeah.
Well, do you remember the giant? Do you remember the giant steel like merry-go-round on the playground?
Mhm.
Right?
Oh, the
That
one that you
death
would like
trap
crack
that
your
your
head on
friends would
once a week.
push you on? Yeah. Those are a hoot. And then after animals, I'm like, oh, I want bugs. I need giant bugs. I need large flying beetles. And so we have the luck beetle, the spotted luck beetle. If you want to call them ladybugs, you'd be my guest. That's up to you. But we're calling them giant spotted luck beetle, and we got bumblebees, and we got giant butterflies. And At some point, I'm gonna probably have to design a ginormous moth helicarrier that will carry other mounts or something. I don't know. So
No,
we'll see how
you were
that
the one who
goes.
kept talking about. It was in Avengers. No, one of those Marvel movies where they had the
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a
It's
hella
in a
aircraft
yeah.
carrier thing. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they have the helicarriers in the where they fly up in the sky, right?
yeah.
One of my favorite scenes is Bruce Banner standing on the deck, at first thinking that this is a submersible, thinking, "Oh, that's horrible," and then realizing that he was actually going up into the air and saying, "Oh no, this is way worse." So, um, yeah, there was so many things that have dragons in them that I love, and it made no shortage of inspiration. And my designers were also fantastic, and they jumped right in, and they were also great lovers of dragons. I think my most recent loves, where dragons are concerned, come with How to Train Your Dragon, like you mentioned.
Mhm.
That I mean, every time they put out a new movie, that world gets bigger, which is awesome.
Mhm.
And then the Dragon Prince animated series on Netflix. So also very good, very good. So yeah, yeah, this is a this is a spirited product with lots of love and energy, positive energy that's went into this, so that y'all can get up off the ground and don't forget to prepare your featherfall spells. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's great. I share your love of how to train your dragon, Chris. In fact, I know it's going to be struggle to see it, but I got this big art book. This is the art of how to train your dragon way back
That's
when.
badass.
And it's got, tons of sketches from way back when and awesome art from behind the scenes. I fell in love with this movie when it came out. And like you said,
Yeah.
it's, I am not necessarily down with live actions versions of this. I'm
No.
animated is where they need to stay, if you ask me. Anyway, cool. This is a great book. If you're interested in like some of the behind the scenes stuff. And
Yeah. 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 I liked the live action version, but I will preface that by saying I do prefer the animated versions of all the movies that they've made, and if they would just keep doing that, that would make me happy,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I mean, live action is fine, but Gerard Butler, whoever the guy is that played the big Viking dude,
Mhm.
he's only gonna be able to do that trick so long, and then he's gonna get too old. So come on, he can
That won't
speak
happen to the rest of us
forever
though.
though.
Review.
Yeah, I'm feeling it already. So yeah,
Wait, so if we're gonna start talking movies and stuff, all right. So Matt prepared a list. Do you want to ask Elena to show something on the screen, Matt, and we can talk about? I think you called it
yeah,
best and worst dragons, or is it
Yeah,
just? I feel like
yeah,
this should be called Dragon Hot or Not. You
yeah.
know,
Hot or not? I think that's great, Joe. Yeah, because best and worst is might be too much. But yeah, hot or
you
not.
get it. You get the pun, hot like fire, hot. Get it?
yeah. Please, Dad, explain it to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Dad's plane. That's good. I haven't heard that one.
I
Yeah.
think
I just
Chris
made
just
it
made
up.
it
I
up.
literally
It's like
just
he's a
made it
writer
up.
or something.
Yes.
I know. I know.
Yeah. So while you were talking, Chris, I think Elena did pop up Toothless, and I would definitely put Toothless as hot. I don't know
Who?
if
How have
both
I
of you agree.
never heard of Toothless? Who is Toothless?
Hmm.
Toothless is the
Oh,
fearless
the dude
dragon
from
from
How to
How
Train.
to
So
Train
that's
Your
the name of
Dragon.
the How to Train a Dragon guy. Okay, I just didn't know his
Yeah.
name. Well, I've only seen it like my kids watch it, and I'd see like 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there. I've never sat down and watched it all the way through.
Yeah.
Um,
Toothless is the
Homework.
black dragon that is like the main
got it.
the mount of the main character. Mhm. Yeah.
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 I think that's a hot, right? Because everybody seems to love this movie.
Oh yeah.
Toothless is
Yo, yes.
100% hot. Yep.
okay.
Yep. On the other end of the spectrum, however, I'm going to say Pete's Dragon, not hot.
Wait,
Elliot, I'm going to give Elliot a thumbs down.
so did I miss this movie too? Where is that from?
It was Disney way back when. I mean,
This movie is as old as we are, and
Like 17?
that said, it is. I mean, I love Elliot. I have a special place in my heart for Elliot. That said, this movie did not age well, so I would agree with you on that
all
point.
right.
As a dragon, Elliot is kind of he's okay. The movie I still love.
Yep. I think that's legit. That's legit.
Okay, so not hot. We got one
No.
hot, one not.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. I think that's true. I'm going to agree with you, Chris. I don't remember the name of the dragon from the McConaughey post-apocalyptic movie that you mentioned.
Oh, Rain of Fire.
Rain of Fire. Yeah. I don't remember.
I don't know that it had a name.
Right.
It was just it was just the dragon, and it was bad. Okay. I just whenever I think of that movie, besides the really awesome scene where they're like acting out Star Wars, story to the kids, right, for entertainment, because they have no TV or anything. The most epic scene is McConaughey literally with a giant axe in his hands, charging off the top of that like tower or whatever it is he's standing on, and to leap at the dragon. Nobody ever in the history of any movies has depicted like what a dwarf would do better than that.
Right.
It was the most. Now, in a real fantasy movie, the dwarf would, of course, survive because he would have hit. McConaughey, not so much. Dragon, and you're gone. So I guess that's kind of realistic as well, though.
Wait, so I haven't seen Rain of Fire, and what this is revealing that I spend all my time reading books from 100 years ago and not watching current movies. But based on the Rotten Tomatoes reviews, Chris, it's like terrible. So I think me and my son might love it. So I'm gonna add this to the list because when I rewatched Pacific Rim with my older son, my wife just like got up and left. But me and my older son, he was like so into it, like every night he's like, let's watch the rest of it,
Yeah, I fell prey to Rotten Tomatoes on Pacific Rim as well initially, and then later on I went back and watched it myself just for fun, for like, what the hell, I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And I started watching it, and I'm like, this is way better than they said. This is way better than they said.
Agree. Yep, Joe, you're doing something right. If your son likes Pacific Rim, thumbs up. Yep. Yeah.
Good parenting. That's really what it all comes down to.
Yes, it is.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
All right, wait. So we got two hot, right? We got Toothless and Unnamed Rain of Fire Dragon. Then we got one not, right? Which is
yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to throw a couple more out there, and I'll get your opinion on them. I mean, I think I know where we're going to go with Smog. I think Smog kind of speaks for itself, but Chris, how are you feeling about Smog?
In the most current Hobbit movies?
Yeah.
Smog is freaking awesome. Voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch. Yes, give me more of that.
Yeah.
You could make a sequel that was never penned by Tolkien. That was nothing but like Smaug rising as a worm to power, and I would watch the shit out of that. As long as you put Benedict Cumberbatch's voice on it, I'm in.
You're in. Nice. I think Elena agrees. I'm not sure.
We'll go to the movies together, Elena.
What this is becoming as a playlist for when we rent the Fort Wayne Theater. I don't know if we can pull it off for this year's Dungeon Con, but like Dungeon Con 2, we got to just run like a Saturday night Dragon. We could either run Dragon movies or just run like the 10 best minutes of every fight scene from like every Dragon, everybody's favorite Dragon movies or something.
That works.
Dragonathon. Dude, there we go.
Nice.
Okay.
There it is. That's cool. All right, I'm going to cross the streams a little bit. Hot or not, Fin Fang Foom. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't.
Oh, this is the green dragon. Here, I'm gonna see if I can feed a image here. Fin Fang Foom is from Marvel Comics. All right, cool. And it's by no means, it's kind of their Godzilla, maybe. but it's definitely not as cool looking as Godzilla. But it's classic Jack Kirby, Dragon-esque, stomping on cities. But I think
That's
that
right.
Fin Fang
Yeah.
Foom has a brain. I don't. It's not just a mindless creature that's terrorizing. It's there's a little more to it. So
It sounds cool.
mhm.
Um, I won't lie. I'm kind of digging it. Let me. I don't think I've. Hang on.
I mean, Matt, I've read a lot of comic books and a fair amount of Jack Kirby, and I don't feel like I ever read I know the character. I don't. He must have been in like 2 issues of the Avengers back in the '60s. Like I don't remember actually reading the story with him.
Are you saying that you don't have a predilection for giant green dragons that wear underpants? Because if you did, you would
Matt,
know
I
Fin
don't
Fang
watch the
Foom.
no underpants dragon shows. I don't know what you're watching.
Where's
You
the? Where's
I
the?
don't look
Oh,
at your
there.
browser
Okay.
history, man.
did you Elena popped up an image, but it's worth a search. Fin Fang Foom is probably a little bit Asian inspired, I would say. It's got a little bit of that kind of look to it, but still has wings, legs, etc. Anyway,
Underpants, apparently.
underpants, green
Oh,
underpants.
okay, okay, okay.
He totally does have underpants. Like, you
No,
can
this
see
isn't doing it for me. Bing Bang Boom is like
It's not.
dim dum dum. It's
It's not.
like
All right. So we're saying not hot. I got it.
the
I
not
got
hot.
this is like the
No.
Comics Code Authority at its worst. You know, they were like, dude needs underpants.
it. Yeah.
Like,
He looks like a carp with claws.
yes, he does. That was his first name, Kip Carp Claw.
Uh-huh.
Taskmaster.
So, we're gonna make a giant carp monster, and they brought it out, and they're like, maybe it's more like a dragon. We could say it's like a dragon.
Oh, Brendan, that's from Strange Tales. Interesting.
There you
Okay,
go.
I guess I missed that. I could
Mhm.
totally see him fighting like Doctor Strange kind of thing. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Totally the case.
He's
All
gonna
right.
gum somebody with them lips.
This is old Fin Fang Foom. Young Fin Fang Foom still had teeth. This is
Yeah,
like
probably true. Probably true. Different stat blocks for sure. For sure.
know.
Um, I will say, here's a hot for me. I'm just going to go ahead and lead with hot. Double Dragon. Uh,
Dude, that's so good. Yes.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a traditional dragon by any sense, but
No,
if you
but it's
had to,
classic.
it is classic.
Wait, we all have to tell Double Dragon stories because I got like 30. So Matt, you go
Uh,
first. And then
Um,
Oh
the
my god.
the short version for me is if you had to pick a dragon that I have spent the most money on over the course of my life while I was in college and I had no money to spend, it was totally Double Dragon. I mean,
yes.
talk about we would do anything to scrounge quarters to head down to play more
Yeah,
Double
totally.
Dragon.
Check the like return slots. My kids still check the return slots on all the like
Uh-huh.
pinball and arcades. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. And luckily now they have it. They released it for your home device, right? So I have it on my tablet, and I can no quarters needed. You just play like
Dude, it's not
crazy.
as good on the tablet. God, come on, Matt.
The
Did
price
you
is
get?
right, though.
No, but did you get the NES, the mini box they released a couple years ago?
No, I haven't gotten that. No,
It was only like $100. Now it's like
is that
gone
right?
up in price because it's out of
Yeah.
print. But yeah, it's like the mini version of the NES. It even has the controllers, the rectangular classic NES
Mm.
controllers. Chris, do you know the one I'm talking about?
No, not
What's
even a
wrong
little
with you
bit.
people? No, dude, it's awesome. So it's like half the size of the original, and of course it's hard ROM. So like there's 30 or 40 games like hardwired on it. It's
Yeah.
got Zelda, Super
Sure.
Mario 1, 2, and 3. It's got Contra 2. It's got all the classics.
Nice.
Doesn't have Life Force, but it has Gradius. But
Mm.
it's got Double Dragon 2. I don't know why they did 2 and not 1. There's probably some like rights issue.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. You can play with the original NES controllers. And yeah, so I mastered it because of course you can just keep going on that. But when I was a kid, I had so many birthday parties at Market Square Mall, and
Huh.
I recently saw my mom, and we went through all the family photos, and there's exactly, I mean, I must have had like 6 birthday parties, and of course all my friends had parties there, and there's one photo of us at that mall in the arcade, and it's not even, I'm not even in it. It's like some of my friends. So it
Yeah.
must have been the one photo my parents burned a photo cartridge on.
That's funny.
But yeah, me and my friend Interpreet played like nonstop Double Dragon for whatever it was, a couple of
Mm.
years there.
Mm.
It was so classic.
It is
I can
classic.
tell you that I, after first encountering Double Dragon, I mean, I always thought it was really cool, and then I played it, and I was like, okay, I'm never gonna win at this game. And
Here's
so I pretty much steered clear of Double Dragon after that. I was just like, big downer.
here's
Uh,
here's the secret, Chris. Here's the only thing you need to be able to win Double Dragon.
Elbow. Exactly. Once you unlock the elbow, it's all over. It's like you just got to face away from the bad guys, which is
Yep.
classic karate strategy,
Uh-huh.
and then elbow.
right,
Uh-huh.
right, right.
That is it.
No, I was later on the the console, Mortal Kombat became my addiction.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Yep.
yeah. My brother always played Raiden.
So,
I was Sub-Zero.
Mm.
My brother was a little better than me. He'd win like 6 out of 10, but we played the crap out of that game for
Mhm.
years.
no, Liu Kang for the win every
Oh
time.
no, seriously, Luke Kang,
Yes.
you could win with him. I
Oh,
never saw
yes.
anybody be good with him.
We're going
Mhm.
astray a little bit, but I will say there's probably in the same world that there's either a Stones fan or a Beatles fan. I mean, you can be both, but you're either a Stones guy
No,
or,
you
or a
can't.
Beatles guy. Okay, fair enough. We can talk about that too. I think you're either Mortal
I'm a
Kombat.
both.
All
Sorry.
right. I think you're either Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. I think it's one or the other. Street Fighter
mean,
2, probably.
I was more
I'm
of a
not a
Street
Street
Fighter
Fighter
2
guy. I am a Mortal Kombat guy.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Okay.
No, me and Patrick Shepard went to the bowling alley after. This is my life. Every day after school in high school for like 3 years, me and Patrick went to the bowling alley and played Street Fighter 2. I was always Blanca. I got pretty good, but I wasn't great.
No.
Yeah.
Brandon wants to know if Double Dragon was an inspiration for you, Joe, back when you were boxing. Were you the elbow kid? Was that
The elbow kid? Right, exactly. I did box for a while. That was a long time ago. But no, I don't think Double Dragon was the inspiration. I wasn't rescuing a girlfriend, and I definitely wasn't throwing elbows.
No. No.
Virtua Fighter for life. That's funny.
Virtua Fighter is pretty good. That's the one we can like sidestep, right? Wasn't that the one where
Yeah.
they made like the full like 360
I think that's true.
arena for
Yeah.
the first time?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
you're just a bunch of polygons fighting each other. Yeah. Totally
Yeah.
the case.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and Tekken was great.
Tekken was
Dalsim.
awesome.
Dalsim was awesome. Tekken's awesome too. I remember Tekken. I just sidestepped all the time. I feel like that was like the defensive move, sidestep punch, sidestep punch, and it would that was my move.
Wow.
Chris,
Wow.
I can tell you have disdain for my strategy, my Tekken strategy.
Yeah, because it's lame and gamery. I like my moves flashy and big, and it's exactly what it's all the fighting styles that I could never employ in real life, basically.
So which ones can you
so-
employ in real life? First, let's cover that list. What is the
well,
Chris Lindsay fighting technique?
I've actually personally studied a variety of martial arts for about a dozen years of my life.
Okay.
Yes, I was when I was in my youth, I was an avid student. I studied kickboxing for about 6 years. I studied Taekwondo for about 4 years. I studied Jeet Kune Do for about 6 years. Some of these were all concurrent. I studied Jiu-Jitsu for a few years, and so this was all some of those were at the same studio, and some of the MMA stuff folded into all that because of course you're using all the different things at once, right? So I have I'm an up close fighter because I can take a hit, and people who are taller than I am, because I'm only 5'9", but I have a low center of gravity. So people who are taller than I am do not like it when I am 2 inches from their body and throwing punches still.
This is good knowledge. Do you guys remember the year that White Wolf sponsored a boxing competition at Gen Con?
No.
I think
Yeah.
this would have been like, this is real. Was it still in Milwaukee, or was it right after they moved to Indy? I remember this. Do you remember this, Chris? You would
No, I wasn't a part of that.
I wasn't
They
part of
probably
it.
didn't
I did
tell
not
me
compete.
about it because I would have back then I would have gotten in the ring.
No, seriously, it was the
and
time when I was like,
nobody would have wanted that.
yeah.
Somebody would have got
Anyway.
hurt, and it wouldn't have been me.
Dragonathon is a go. The Gummy Games MMA competition is not. Just to be clear.
I think that's safe.
Not so much. Now I'm old, and the injuries just last too long, and I don't. Plus, in real life, I mean, outside of a competition scenario, in real life, I don't like fighting. It's not,
Sure.
I like friends, not fights.
There you go. Yeah, I do
Wait,
know at
so
least.
oh,
I was
sorry,
just
go
going to say,
ahead,
well,
Matt.
at least one of the Good Games artists has participated in skateboard foo in the past, and I am not interested on being the opposite side of that. So I'm with you. Let's all watch movies and play together, not
Yeah.
fight each other.
Somebody pop the popcorn.
Yeah. Wait, so that was a very long sidetrack, but I think the conclusion is Double Dragon is hot, right? So we got
Yeah.
three
Agree.
hots and one not. I lost track. Maybe
A couple knots because I think Fing Fang Foom failed as well, but
the underpants
Yeah.
test. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
What
underpants
else we
test.
got? What else we got?
Well, why don't let's come back to this. I have a couple more on the list, but
Yeah.
I think that I think that I mean some of the items that actually are part of this crowdfunding that are going to make your game. Yeah, we just talked about playing games with each other and having fun. I can't wait to get my hands on some of them because, like I said, I've had the pleasure of commissioning and improving some art for them, and they look fantastic.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so, and I know one of the things we're going to show off is the board is like the mat that everything's going to go on. But I thought, Chris, you and I talked, and it was important from the beginning for there to be some visual way to be able to represent the fact that your character is actually riding a mount and fighting in the
Yeah.
sky.
That's the thing is that as I was puzzling through, so the foundation of this whole product started with, if we have to do aerial combat, what is that, mounted aerial combat, what does that look like, right? So I delved into mounted combat rules for 5e and looked and saw what was there. I delved into the other like rules that anything that had to do with flying, like the hover rule and other things like that, and just like crunched through all that and kind of parsed it and put it together and pulled it apart and put it back together again. And what I came up with really folds into what already is there with some caveats. There's some little tweaks and adjustments, right, in order to make it all work. So that was super important that we come up with a system that kind of flowed in with your game. And I think I forgot the last question you asked me.
Oh no, no, not even a question. Just kind of like there needs to be some kind of a visual way to represent this, right?
Right.
And
Okay. And then when we got to that, like I'm writing out like, well, we're doing this, and we're doing that, and I'm running the game in my head, and I'm sitting there going, well, we need to be able to track not only where you are, like particularly if there's like if it's more than just like a player and a villain in the air, two things, right? That's one thing. But as soon as you like start putting a plethora of critters in the air and they're all so on and so forth, you need to be able to track that neatly on your table. So it was really important to have a mat of some kind. Then from there, I was like, well, we got the track elevation because this is the 3 dimensions. So we got, advice in there for that. And then part of that was like, well, if we're going to track elevation and stuff like that, we need to be able to put characters on mounts, and the mounts are bigger than the characters because, that's the way that works. Um, it would really be cool if we had some like pogs or something with pictures of mounts on them that we could set our minis on, right? So let's do that.
Just to say it out loud, if you're pledging now or hearing this, check the add-ons because the add-ons for this campaign include the pawns and pogs, which is Chris is describing. They're going to be die cut, cardstock, nice and thick. You punch them out. Then it's actually cool. The pawns, you'll have to provide your own plastic base. The pawns fit in a plastic base, then sit on top
Yeah.
of your pog, and then Chris, I have the production sample. I have to show it off, but first I have to like change
Sure.
my background. Otherwise, so if you're wondering how big a 36-inch by 36-inch mat is, it is bigger than me. I can get the camera to focus right. Yeah, this thing is huge. This is a 36-inch by 36. You know what? Let me turn off the blur. And I don't know Matt's height, but the other Matt here is is more than 36 inches. Yeah, look at this thing. This is insane.
That's
and originally hand painted by Doug Kovacs, right?
Yeah, he actually took. Actually, yeah, no, it's amazing. Anyway, this is the size of the play mat, and you'll get the pogs and pawns to go on it. It's
so freaking epic. It's such an awesome mat, and in addition to the mat we have before us, so
the other mat, the art director.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that
I hear saying Matt, and I think about you every time I say it.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I think that in Joe's office, if he gets cold, he can wrap that mat around him at least.
I
No.
probably
True
could actually. Let's
story.
give it a shot.
Yeah. And I'm not saying I wouldn't keep Joe warm if the crap really hit the fan, but nice. There you go.
You're right, Matt. It doubles as a emergency
Uh-huh.
shelter.
Uh-huh.
So there you go.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
know.
And if
It's
someone
that
comes
big.
in, if Joe's cold and someone comes in, you know what he says to them when he's wearing that, well, don't you, Chris? You can't take
No.
the sky from me.
Oh,
I had to. I had to.
Yes, 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 yes. That actually was the phrase that that got me to essentially rubber stamp the paladin subclass, because my designer came to me and he says, I said, I go, I have an idea. I go, I don't know what it looks like. I go, but Oath of the Aeronaut, go. And he came back a day later and he's like, I was inspired by Firefly, the theme song, and this thing. You can't take the sky from me. And he got half of that phrase out of his mouth before I said, "Sold, go, do it, go forth, and create a paladin that prevents that from ever happening." So,
Awesome.
and the rest is
Awesome.
history.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Too bad there's no dragons in that show, but still a great show for sure, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh
so
my God, that show, so
yeah.
good.
No, you guys, we got to mention something too. You're reminding me.
Oh,
If you're watching now, make sure you pledge now, because in addition to all the awesome stuff we just mentioned, you get the early bird bonus, which is the bonus mount. And Chris, as I recall, you designed the
yeah.
Ghostwing
Yes,
Raven.
I've designed the bonus mount, and
There's
it
like
is in
36
fact,
mounts already, and this is like your 37. Plus, you get the art
it,
prints. But tell us
yeah,
about the
it
mount.
is in fact the early bird special in
Ha
Oh,
ha ha.
nice.
the Ghostwing Raven. I have a
Mm.
particular thing for ravens, and so I designed the Ghostwing Raven. It is above and beyond the 36 mounts that are available in the book itself. And there are some other special mounts that I designed personally in order to be unlocked and so forth. So we'll see how that goes. I would encourage you all to get involved so we can see some of those.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I think, speaking of seeing things, there's already a preview PDF up there, right, Joe? Like if someone scrolled down the page, they could find what, 2 or 3 mounts.
Yep, there's a bunch of mounts in that preview PDF you can
And
use.
some of the aerial
Please,
combat rules, I want to say, and like some other
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
please play with it and let us know what you think. We're still making little tweaks and tucks and nips and stuff like that. And if you find something that you think might make it better or whatever, and you feel like you want to share, by all means,
I think there's a survey. I
layers
think
are
there's a
open.
hyperlink in there.
I think you're right.
And maybe a QR code, whatever. But yeah,
I
fill
think
out
so.
the form, tell us your feedback, play it and tell us. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, Elena's cool. Not only did she put up a graphic of that, but she put up a GIF file of that has like actual animation to it. Wow. Elena's my new hero.
Did she displace me?
Well, no. I mean, if she starts signing checks, then I guess it's going to be a hard fought battle. But until then,
No, I feel like we got to talk about House of the Dragon. Have you heard to talk dragons?
all right.
Okay, nice.
So I watched season 1. That show, like I've quit that show like 6 times. Every time they like kill a baby or do something else I'm not going to discuss on screen, I'm like, I'm never watching this show again. And then like 3 weeks later, I'm like, okay, I got to find out how it ends. It's really disturbing. So just to say it out loud, but there's some freaking awesome dragon fights. So I like fell off the wagon somewhere in season 2. And then Chris, this project, I was like, okay, I got to finish that series now. So I just finished the cliffhanger end of season 2 last night. But I think it's episode 7, the next or 6 or 7. There's like when Vagar fights whatever the king's, he flames his brother. There's like the 3-way dragon fight. Yeah, there's some awesome dragon battles in that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Give me more of that.
Yeah.
I'll wade through everything for more dragon battles.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. And Vagar was on my list here for Hot or Not, so we can talk about that. But I do think,
Hot.
Joe, you just I agree. Hot. I think that you just coined a term. If we put out an album, I think 3-Way Dragon Fight is probably going to be the title of that album, because
nice. That's my new metal band.
That is
Three-way
like, you're
dragon
right. We gotta
fight.
put that. That's like a DCC adventure name. Three-way dragon fight.
Yeah, right.
No,
True story. Yeah,
Yes.
we gotta, Chris. We gotta work that into the stretch goals somehow. Like I don't really know how, but there's got to be like a three-way dragon fight somehow.
Three-way
involved.
dragon fight. We'll figure something out.
Or maybe it's like a really hot dish at the Chinese restaurant. I'm not sure. But
Okay,
anyway,
I'm still in. I'm
Yeah.
still in.
When,
I'm still
when
in.
Fin Fang Foom retired, he opened a
Right.
three-way dragon fight.
That's awesome.
Right on.
All
Bing,
right.
bang, boom. Oh my dear Lord.
No. Well, I'm like, now that stupid last episode of House of the Dragons is a cliffhanger. I
Mhm.
was like, when they showed that montage while the army's marching, and then Owen Hightower, or what's his name? Hightower's like in a cage or something. And then there's the
Mhm.
mysterious woman, somebody I couldn't place here, looking out over the horizon line to the ocean. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait for the next episode. Then I'm like, this is the cliffhanger. You know?
Yep. Yep.
That's okay. Season 3 is coming up. I heard through the webosphere, right? That
Okay.
they're working on that, and we're gonna get it. So no worries. I'm gonna have
Awesome.
to resubscribe to HBO, but whatever. I'll make it
I
happen.
know. That's how we all do it, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. I like to be like when I fan something, I want to like be true, right? But more and more these days with the way they do channels and stuff, I can't afford to keep them all going for nothing. So it's like, yeah,
No, I know. You wind up, you check your statement, you're like, I spent $200 on streaming last month. I
yeah,
didn't watch $200 worth of like shows.
I got my only regulars now are Netflix, because my son would kill me if I got rid of his anime channel, and uh uh Apple, and Disney. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I snuck Hulu in the Disney one. So
Yes. Yeah. Well, did you said Apple TV, right? Because the new Monarch starts on, I think it's
Monarch
Friday.
starts on
I
Friday.
wrote it on my calendar.
Yes.
So I know. So hot or
This-
not, the Monarch Godzilla.
Well, that's the
Hot.
thing. I've never seen Monarch. I'm
Matt, what's
late to
wrong
this
with you?
party.
Where
Well,
do you
a lot of
work?
things. A lot of things. But
Monarch is bomb, and
was
I
good.
just gotta say, that and the recent like kaiju movies, the Godzilla and King Kong,
I love all
and
those. Yeah, I love them all.
those are
Mhm.
all, because it all comes from it's all essentially the same world, right? The same universe, as it were. Um, and they have their own like Hollow Earth thing, and
Mhm.
which is freaking awesome.
Mhm.
Yes, give me more of that. And
Mhm.
uh yeah, I cannot wait. So my son and I, we sit and we watch Monarch together. That's the one show where we hold off until we can both sit down and watch it. So
Nice.
cannot wait until the new season of Monarch comes out, and he and I will be hanging in front of some kaiju, and Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Playing the
Anything,
same character.
anything with Kurt Russell, I'm down. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So
right.
there's a debate in the chat: is Godzilla a dragon or not? And I think Brendan
Oh.
makes a good point that he doesn't have wings, but
Mm.
I mean,
He
I
doesn't
think
have wings, so traditionally, I mean, you would like to think that all dragons fly. However, Godzilla does breathe some hot breath.
Hmm.
it's like electricity breath, though, or sonic
Yes.
force breath. It's not like fire breath, whatever you call that.
And B, from like the folklore, he is a protector of like the world. So I feel like he is still, like, if you're gonna put him into like traditional dragons, I think he still works. So and even though he cannot fly, we all know he can swim like a mofo.
So he's technically like a sea serpent? Is that what you're like, sea dragon?
Sea dragon. That's right. Right. Right.
If I can be a
Who doesn't like themselves
nerd
a good sea dragon?
and jump in on the stream real quick about Godzilla being a dragon or not.
Go for it.
Yeah,
go
So
for it.
I'm a little bit of a nerd here. Not all dragons have wings, because there's different subtypes of dragons, and most Eastern dragons culturally did not have wings, even if they could fly. So, Godzilla could still be just a walking dragon.
Hmm. Yeah, I think there's even some dragons in Zelda that don't have wings, right? That just kind of sail through the air.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, that's a
Someone
valid
said
point.
mutant lizard. Maybe Godzilla is like the MCC dragon. I don't know. Maybe that's the way to go. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
One of these days, he's going to surprise the heck out of us, and he's actually going to speak.
Mhm.
I think. I think
I
he's
don't know. I
smarter
feel
than he
like that would
lets
just.
on.
They're like what 40 movies in. I feel like that would just ruin it. You know, like he's what
No,
just
not if
told
he
his son
explained
the
how he didn't talk before because everybody said stuff that was so stupid he didn't want to even engage.
somebody's gonna say like they're finally gonna comment on like a cartoon he's seen, and Godzilla's gonna be like, yeah. Yeah, like,
Finally, someone with some taste. Yeah.
He's not Mr. T. He's got to have like an educated accent of some kind, and
Mhm.
then
where did he go
wax
to
with
school,
some
Chris? How can he be
five,
educated?
six letter, six syllable words. Where did he go to school?
Like
He's
Godzilla
just
High,
when
Godzilla.
when when he doesn't go to school. He's been around for so long that he just knows everything. People go to him to learn stuff.
Yeah.
Did he develop like a British accent in like Hollow Earth University, and now he's like,
Whatever. It could be an educated European accent. It could be an educated Asian accent. I don't, just whatever. Just give me the make him smart. So
I mean, I think like he should be smart, but in kind of like a cunning way, you know, not like books book smart. I mean, he can barely be like little tiny books that you try to read, you know, like
no, no, it isn't book smart. All the stuff that he knows because he's experienced stuff,
Right.
right? He's
Mm.
School of Hard Knocks all the way.
Yeah. He's got a massive wisdom score, but maybe not a high IQ. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no.
I get you.
All those books that existed before, they existed because he sat and like dictated them out to some guy with a pen and they wrote it.
He was like sitting on top of the Himalayan mountains, being like, "Okay, write this down." And then,
Can you
like, the
can you
dudes
all
in the
tell
temple.
that we make stuff up for a living? I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, have you guys read the Robert Kirkman comic Firepower?
I know of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Okay. I like
the
him a
first,
lot.
Yeah, the plot, it's got this plot twist like 10 or 12 issues in where you're like, what the just happened? And it's completely different. But short version is there's a giant dragon that's going to destroy the entire world, and it comes out of a mountain where the dude was studying like karate out in the Himalayas or something. So it does have a dragon. But my point is, Chris, it could have been like a Godzilla type dragon because it's like one of these dragons that can like kill the whole world. And he's like hanging out in a mountain until he gets like released. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that falls into the whole like, Iron Fist thing too, right? So Iron
Actually,
Fist
yes. Yeah. The whole deal is this like regular dude learns he has like the ability to throw fire using ancient mystical karate techniques. If he does it, like he's like the dude once a generation who's born with that, he can master the technique kind of thing.
It is based on quantum physics, it is a pretty much a known scientific thing that we are all energy. Right?
Okay.
I'll get real for a second. So yeah,
is
that
my
could
lunch
happen.
gonna like catch on fire now? Or
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too. I hope not too.
Think hot thoughts.
wait, so Chris, this is a great segue to talk about that Hydra 74 cover. Speaking of
yes,
stylized dragons.
Speaking
so
about hot.
Yeah. I mean, first we should just say this cover is exclusive to the crowdfunding. We're going to do one print run, fill the crowdfunding, and then whatever's left over, we'll sell into what we call hobby trade channels. So not Amazon, but like game stores, cons, stuff like that.
I had the glorious privilege of I'm not going to say working with. I was one step removed from Hydro, but when I was at Wizards and we were making up stuff, I will proudly announce that the whole alt cover thing and then the whole thing where we sold those through Core Hobby in order to give them something special for their stores. That was mine from a business standpoint. That was my idea, and it came from like my history with comic books and so forth. So because comic books alt covers, don't even get me started, right? So Hydro was recruited to do some of our covers by our illustrious art directors and so forth. And so he definitely contributed to the success, I would say, to many a D&D book in the OG 5e era for sure. And I thought, well, we could do something like that. We should touch base with Hydro and see. And so we did. Matt reached out to him, and I reached out to him as well, I think, initially, and said, "Hey, dude, how's it going? You don't really have a lot of contact with me before, but this is where we know each other from." And then we got him looped in, and he did some fantastic work. So we are super excited to have Hydro's work on our alt cover. So yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah, and he did
so
like
awesome.
15 covers for Wizards, something like that. And it was
Did a
I found
bunch.
yeah, I found this picture online. I'll see if I can find it again. It was some collector who had collected all the Wizards covers from that era. It's like 5 or 6
Yeah,
years worth, 7 or 8 years, something like that, where he did a couple a
yeah.
year. They were awesome, you know. And I think a lot of people it conjures up good memories of like that
Who
early
doesn't
5e
want
era.
that
You know?
lineup on their shelf for starters? I
Mhm.
mean, it's
Yeah.
so cool
Yep.
looking.
Yeah, I say we engage him in some other stuff too. Like even past this project, let's keep reaching out because I think the current cover for this book is just amazing. I can't wait. It needs to be a shirt. It needs to be a poster. Oh wait a
I
minute,
know.
I think it's already going to be a poster, isn't that right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you pledge early, you'll get the art print of it to hang up on your wall because really selfishly, I want one for my wall. And
Mhm,
I feel like it might be cool to do a poster actually. Maybe that's like somewhere down the road, a stretch goal or something like
mhm,
let my 17 or whatever. That's a
mm.
cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a great
that
idea.
Xanathar's cover, by the way, that he did. I remember when it first came in, and
Mm.
everybody was like, "What are we even looking at?" And I'm just like, I'm staring at it. And I don't remember who figured it out, and I don't think it was me. I'm not, but it's basically like, what if there was a fishbowl and Xanathar were like behind the fishbowl looking through, right? And then all the eyes are, and then you get Silgar in there and everything. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they, and then reality twists, and that's what you get. So it's awesome art.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His stuff's amazing. Amazing. I agree with you, Matt. We should, as long as he's available, keep trying to see what else he can do. Because I think
Yeah.
it conjures up a lot of great memories for a lot of players, and it's just fantastic art.
Hmm.
Yep,
Mm.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
Chris,
Plus,
you
who
were there when
doesn't?
5e. Like
Yeah.
I remember before 2014 when everybody couldn't wait for the next version of D&D. Partly because, to be honest, we all hated fourth edition, and partly because,
What?
Yeah,
yeah, I know there was a lot of enthusiasm and excitement about like I don't know the process that Burles and them went through of sort of gathering feedback and doing, I don't know how many playtest packs and community engagement and just sort of there
oh
was a lot of
yeah.
like people excited about it and
Yep.
The first, I mean,
yeah,
the first stories that came out of like this was before D&D was combined into a single studio, but not long after it was combined into a single studio. Not long after, I mean, not long after they began the process of creating 5e, and I
yeah,
remember um, hearing the whispers down the halls of like before they even started their design, and we may hear more about this later on from the man himself, but uh, they sat down and they literally played every version of the game that had come before.
Hmm.
So
like first, second, well, I guess first AD&D.
they
Well, not even
started at the
first has like
they started at the
like
white box
chainmail. There's like
and
three versions
chainmail.
of first,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
yeah.
all the ones,
And basics, all the
AD&D,
different basic ones.
second,
Now I
yeah,
do remember getting looped in because Merles and I have been buddies for a long time now, and I do remember getting looped into playing basic D&D circa 1982, and never have I died so many times in a D&D game as then
I know.
since I was like a kid. When I was a kid back then playing it, we expected to because our friends were jerks, uh, but 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 here my friend was well, he's not a complete jerk. I love you, Mike. Merles. No, but
Oh.
oh my god, I had to roll up so many characters while you
Hmm.
were playing that game. And every one of them was at my because my rolls for my stats, we rolled them 3 dice 6 in a row, and my rolls sucked, and so they're all thieves. The
Hmm.
heck was that all about? Until I made a wizard with a sleep spell named Ambien.
Nice.
Somehow
Or
that's
actually,
appropriate.
my bad, magic user.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like you were doing it right, Chris. That all those things you describe are features, not bugs.
Sure, man.
That's old school play for sure. That's great.
It came up when we played DCC with Brendan too.
Uh-huh.
It took me that took me back, and not necessarily, yeah, in a non-painful way.
That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, but there was like that like wellspring of excitement, then it came out at Gen Con
Yep.
2014, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
I remember we started the actual open play test. I think I want to say like in 2012 ish, and uh, and we had hundreds of thousands of people signed up to play, and we got reams and reams and reams of feedback that came in, and we had to parse through all of the feedback and figure out what was hot and what was not, what was working, what didn't, and then innovate. And I didn't, I was working the business back then. I did, my own design stuff when called upon. I was that weird, unicorn in the office that could do both the creative and the business. But my primary was just like parsing data and figuring out what is it that everybody loved. And
Hmm.
so it was, but it was a fantastic learning experience across the board. Uh, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I just can't divorce myself from that data in my head. I can't go back and look at it anymore, but I still know what you guys all want, so we're gonna make some of that.
Nice.
like dragon riding, that's what we all wanted deep down.
Can't get me in trouble now.
Yeah.
We're past that date.
Wait, so Elena, if you can show that image of Hydro's art, yeah. So Chris, like first of all, Hydro's art was amazing, is amazing.
Yeah.
But that era, that art defined, I think, D&D for it was good times for a lot of people. A lot of new people came in addition to those from prior editions. People remember
Oh,
playing with their buddies
absolutely.
for
It
yeah,
was it started growing. And here's the funny thing about 5e, the original 5e. It was originally designed to keep the existing fan base happy, and then the plan was, of course, to go make video games and so forth and so on. And we had no idea that it would not only make them happy, but it would also grow the fan base. And then, um, silver lining, blessing in disguise, COVID hit, and everybody got socked in at home. And and then that rocket that had already started climbing, just like it's like it hit the turbo boost, and the fan base grew exponentially at that point.
yeah,
So I love you all of you fans out there that love this game, and please come buy our stuff.
yeah. Well, and so Hydro's cover for us, it's that feeling, it's that excitement, it's that enthusiasm. It's not just the amazing art; it's that association that people have
Yeah.
with his art. And for the crowdfunding here, so we have the hobby trade exclusive for that, but there's also a leather bound, just to call it out. And
Mhm.
this was kind of a inspired by we did a crowdfunding a while back that had a leather bound DCC core rulebook, and there was a lot of interest. And we've done these occasionally over the years, and they're not cheap at all. But it's real leather, and it's really amazing. The hand feel and the texture and the debossed foil.
Mhm.
So that's going to be produced to order. So if we have, whatever, 112 ordered, we always make one extra or two extra because the mailman loses a couple always. But yeah, we're going to make, within margin of error for the USPS, and that's the print run.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
Let's
looks
not
awesome.
forget that we have an organized play like series of adventures coming up
Good
pretty soon,
reminder.
and they're going to use these rules, yo. So if you want to play these rules
Mhm.
before you even have the book in your hot little hands, come play with us.
Nice.
So Gary Con is the premiere of episode 1, if I remember correctly, and then it'll be available
Absolutely.
in our online store a couple weeks later. Then episode 2 was that Dungeon Con? I forget. I know it's Gary
No,
Con, Dungeon Con,
episode 2 is we're gonna release that online.
because that was online, and then Dungeon Con's
Yeah.
episode 3, I want to say.
Episode 3, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Episode 3, and then um I want to say, I don't remember. No, but we have 9 adventures, and the final one, episode 9, is an epic,
at
a
Gen
giant
Con.
multi-table event. It's going
Yeah,
to be at Gen Con, and sign up because it's going to have all kinds of dragon fighting in the air and so forth. It's going to be Yeah, aerial
Epic.
combat and so forth. At least on the 5e side, it's going to be amazing. Can't wait.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So just don't climb on the tables. They don't like it when you do that at Gen Con. Just don't.
Like there's a
Yeah.
story there. Okay.
I'm just saying words.
Words. All right. Are we going to go back to hot or not? We got a
I
couple
feel
Sure.
like
more on
we
the
just got to
list.
cover at least like
Hit me.
one or two more. Who's next, Matt?
All right, cool. How about the Savage Dragon? Eric Larson's comic, Savage Dragon, from back in the Image Comics heyday. This is a kind of a deep cut, but I mean, Savage
Dude, it's
Dragon
not
is
even
the
that
name
deep
of the
of a cut.
thing.
They're on like issue 300 or something. Hold on.
True
let me Google
story.
current issue.
Hmm.
Isn't it something like that? It
Probably
just
true.
keeps on going. I never got into it, but I feel like, when I talk to Sam and Ryan at the comic book shop, there's always like a new Savage Dragon coming out.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of a little bit where my knowledge falls down. Does he breathe fire?
Not that I know of.
Or is he
number
just a big, strong,
280.
scaly dude?
Sorry,
How
number
many?
280 is coming out in March of Savage Dragon.
Nice.
Like this is sorry,
That's,
keep
What
going.
is
I
his-
think you got to
What's his
respect that.
power?
I think. I think that it's, how many issues of Spawn has there been, right? Not. I mean, I
Like
think there's a lot
300.
of.
They did Spawn 300 like a year
Oh.
ago. Hold on.
All right. Well,
Current
maybe that's a
issues.
bad example, but you know what I mean. Like those kids were on fire at a certain point, right? When Image came out, and
Sorry,
some of them.
377. Spawn number 377 just got
Very cool.
announced.
Great. Obviously, I don't pay attention to Spawn anymore, but but that's a testament to those creators and like staying true to it, right, and sticking it out. And I know that Eric Larson was never the as popular as Todd McFarlane, who did Spawn, but still, I'm going to give Savage Dragon a hot, but it sounds like maybe there's a not from your side, Joe.
I'm like I never read it. I never got into it, but I don't
Okay.
really like dislike it because I didn't read it enough to like it or dislike it. So
Mhm.
I'm an abstain on Savage Dragon, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking him up right now online, and I'm seeing what can this guy do, and he's basically Wolverine with green scaly skin and a fin on his head.
You say that with such disdain.
I don't know. I'm looking at this thing. He's super strong, right?
Uh-huh.
He's damn near invulnerable.
Mhm.
He's got superhuman speed and an advanced healing factor. That's Wolverine. But multilingualism, I don't know what that is, and he's immune to telepathy. So
Sounds very specific.
That is very
yeah,
specific.
very, very,
Yeah.
very specific. But that said, he's. I'm not gonna say. I'm kind of torn on this one. As dragons go, maybe not. But I mean, he's kind of a cool superhero.
All right, cool. So we have sounds like there's a third category: hot, not, or meh.
Meh.
That's okay. Totally okay. All right, here's a different direction. Maleficent.
Oh,
Remember the scene in Sleeping Beauty where Maleficent turns into that badass big black dragon and breathes the fire and whatever?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maleficent, I think pretty hot.
I'm gonna have to agree with this one, and not the animated version this time.
Oh,
Because
uh,
Angelina Jolie, Angelina Jolie.
I have I've
And the
never seen
dragon
the
was
live
even
action.
cooler in that version. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, yeah. So
I'm
hot.
gonna jump in again. Maleficent, the dragon version Maleficent is my favorite. My parents knew that I was gonna be a goth kid because Sleeping Beauty was my favorite Disney princess movie because of the dragon. That whole scene was the only reason I liked that movie. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I absolutely love that dragon. It is like
Nice.
when I think of dragons, I think of Maleficent as a dragon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Funny, I
yeah.
recognize it, but I guess that part of the movie didn't like resonate with me. I
Mhm.
barely even remember that specific scene.
No,
Although
I
clearly
like the original animated version. I love the live action version and what they've done with that. So
All right.
that's just my personal take on it.
Yeah.
That's so hot. I agree, hot, but
All
for
right,
my own
cool.
reasons.
I'll go with hot. And looking at this graphic, like the whole purple and black theme, like there's
Yeah.
something there that's just. I feel like D&D's Black Dragons never quite captured the whatever you call this, the
No,
aesthetic of like.
no,
Yeah.
because they're tied into their color schemes over there, and that's fine. I mean, it's worked really well so far. But that's one thing that we're going to explore in the future is elder dragons as individuals. So basically, unique creatures, not tied to such trivial things as a single color.
Yeah.
So we can do whatever colors we want.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Matt, any colors we want.
Any colors we want. All right, I heard that. That's cool.
And actually, now I'm realizing why I like it. It's the same color scheme as Hydro's cover for this project. It's that same purple and black.
Oh, weird. Isn't
Yep.
that cool?
I
Pretty
hadn't
neat.
like registered it. And then yeah, you're right. A little bit the bronze is a little different, but like yeah. If we got that like the mouth, what do you call that? That like pale yellow that the mouth is, like which is almost a bronze. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's taking a step backwards. That's you've I know that you know this, Joe, but like heroes are always the primary colors, right? They're yellow and red and blue and whatever. I guess yellow's not primary. Well, it is. Yeah, it's primary in as far as this goes. But I was thinking of white, red, yellow, blue. Villains are always purples, always secondary colors, right? With the greens and purples and whatever.
Well,
Now,
but what about anti-heroes like
well, that's the thing,
or
right?
Elric for you
like-
old timers out there?
Or the Hulk, right? I mean, the Hulk is cool because he's purple and green. I mean, I guess he started out gray, but purple and green now. But oh yeah, nice image, Elena. She put the badass Maleficent image up. I think there's something to that, right? I think that we respond to the inherent otherness, evilness of colors like that. So I think it makes perfect sense for our dragon book. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chartreuse dragons.
And chartreuse dragons. Plaid dragons. We'll give it a Scottish accent. We'll go out there and speak like this.
In the spirit of dragon writing, I'm rereading the Dragonlance books. I got the first 3 at like a used bookstore a while back, and I'm finally getting around to reading them. So I'm in book 2 right now, and they're in that tower of whatever the tower is. They're searching for the what do they call it? The ball of dragon controller or whatever the crystal ball of dragon. But they fight a dragon called Cyan something, and I was like, the only people who say the word cyan are those involved in like print production. Nobody says that word.
True story. Yeah.
And I was like, clearly, whoever named this dragon was involved in printing something in the last couple months. And like,
yeah, my Dragonborn character will be Magenta Max, right?
Right,
And that way we know. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to reread. I was going to reread The Hobbit, and I started rereading it, and then I looked at the because I just got a version, like the Kindle version for my phone. It's like the 75th anniversary, and I noticed there's a narrated version with Andy Serkis, and I'm like, oh, just give me that, and I just sit there and I listen to it because Andy Serkis, the master,
that's great,
good stuff. And I put it out there, and everybody in the room listens to The Hobbit, as
that's cool,
as spoken by Andy Serkis, which is awesome.
Nice. All right, I got at least one more on my list here. This is a little bit more of a deep cut too, but how about Haku? In this case, Haku from this is only a little bit of a spoiler from the movie Spirited Away, the animated film from Studio Ghibli.
Definitely. I've never seen that one. We tried to watch it. My kids got scared. We're stuck on Totoro and Nausicaa.
That makes sense. At some point, you should probably watch it on your own, or if they're old enough to not get scared now, watch it again. So, Spirited Away is solid flick, and Haku also very cool.
100% agree. Yeah. It's a great one.
I'm looking at that image. That is a wow.
See, and there's an example of a dragon without wings, right? So. I can't remember if Haku flies at any point. I think so.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, maybe we'll try to watch that one again. Maybe they're ready for it now. It was a couple of years ago.
Yeah. But I had the same experience. It was rated so highly, and way back when I brought it home and we took it over actually to my parents. The girls were there. We all put it on, and it took 10 minutes for everyone to go, what the hell is this? And we turned it off, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, exactly.
But now
All
the
right.
youngest one loves Studio Ghibli, so she's in.
No, we like, yeah, the kids love a bunch of the stuff that's more age appropriate. So maybe they'll be
Mhm.
ready for this soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me write that one down on my list of movies to watch. I've added two this show: Rain of Fire. Now we're gonna add Spirited Away. Yeah, yeah. Elena said in the chat, yeah, I agree. Nausicaa's awesome. That movie's amazing.
Oh my, that's tippy top. I think that might be
yeah.
my favorite Ghibli. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The all right, there's two more on the list. How about, is anyone a fan of Draco from Dragonheart?
Yes.
Draco
I mean,
from
I believe voiced by Sean Connery, if I'm not mistaken.
Voiced by Sean Connery, no less. Oh my God. So it's some of the funniest moments in that movie. Like when he rises above on the plateau and there's all the sheep there and he's like, well, hello. Oh, good times.
There should be some sheep consumption mechanics in your game, Chris. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they get a
sheep
lot of good
launcher,
sharks
like
out of
from
that.
How to Train Your Dragon, right?
You need subtables, like lambs versus sheep versus goats, and like, you know. I know.
Maybe we'll have to put some. I don't think we haven't planned for the book, but we can definitely make that an article in the OG5E Journal, folks. By the way, if you haven't looked at that yet, we
Oh,
are
yeah.
starting our own periodical, our own quarterly release mini mag. It's going to be about 16 pages. It's called the OG5E Journal, and we're going to have a variety of articles in there. We are starting some columns in that riff off of column styles that were used back in the day in the OG Dragon era of TSR. We're going to have our own uh, notes from the gnome. I'm the gnome, where I'll answer questions and give GM advice. We're going to talk about monsters. We're going to talk about new spells and magic items and things. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. We're going to have feature articles from guests and so forth. So please grab yourself a copy of the OG5E Journal. Plus, we have some of the most kick-ass art on that cover. I can't
Yeah, that
pronounce the
cover's
artist's
amazing.
name, so I'm going to leave that to you, Matt.
I might have been looking at this next dragon I was going to put up because I was getting the image ready. Do I need to answer something, Chris? Did you just ask me a
Oh
question?
yeah. What's the name of the
Okay.
artist for the cover for that first issue of
Bruce
the OG5E Journal?
Brennicky? Did I say it right?
Bernise. I think we said
Bernise.
Bernise.
Bernise. That is it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet cover.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet.
We fell in love with that thing for sure.
We're gonna.
Yeah.
I'm statting that thing out. By the way, that's on the front. At first, I thought it was a
Chris,
snail.
yeah, I was showing it to somebody. I was convinced it was a snail, and they were like, "Oh, it's a cool slug," and I'm like, "It's obviously
No,
not
it's a cool slug.
Now, like,
So
maybe it is a slug. I don't
you know
know.
what it might be? You know, it
What?
might not be a slug. It might be the larva of something much bigger and nastier.
Sounds like somebody's
Oh.
got a plan for setting this sucker up.
Yeah, it could be a draconic larva of some kind.
I like it.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this for a little bit. Yeah, ever since you mentioned the whole thing that this looks like a slug, and I'm like, well, slug is okay, but larva for something cooler sounds even better. Like it takes a long time to to mature, and then eventually it becomes something awesome. But yeah, no, so I'll figure it out. But we're gonna stat up that thing, and we'll include it in the first issue. So
Okay, but wait,
awesome.
to go back to the core concept here, which I love, Chris, it was you who coined the term OG5E. And the moment you said that, I knew exactly what you meant. And that, I think, it's partly about the mechanics, but partly about the spirit and the community the good times and the fun memories and all that, you know?
Absolutely. Mechanics are one thing, right? Because the game can go in any number of directions, and the game is obviously very accessible and very easy to play, and easy to teach to your friends and family. But it was also back then when we had like this community of people who felt like 110% engaged with the people who are making it.
Yeah.
And that connection, I feel like, has been missing for a little while, and we would like to re-establish that connection here at Goodman Games and bring you all in as collaborators, essentially, in our own way to chart our own path through the 5e waters. Also, back then, like the organized play stuff that happened was so freaking cool. I mean, I had chocolate coins made for uh for the whole going to Avernus storyline. Chocolate soul coins made and passed out at Gamehole Con, and we used them as currency because who doesn't want to use a soul coin as currency? And then, of course, people, of course, ate much chocolate during that time as well, and that didn't make anybody unhappy either. And then other things too, hand fans and all kinds of crazy stuff we made as props for everybody to use and keep and take home as a keepsake for these grand events that we ran. I want to do some of that. So yeah, let's keep talking, folks. And we're gonna, like I said, or like Joe said earlier, there's a QR code uh in the beta rules.
Yeah.
Click on it, engage, let us know what you think. And if you have suggestions or solid feedback, give it to us, and we'll take it into consideration before we finish dropping a cover on this thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. All right, so Matt, I see you got some more suggestions for
I got
Hot
two
or
more.
Not Dragons.
Yep,
Okay.
I got two more. I'm gonna go. How about Singe from Dragon's Lair? Anyone remember the video game, the animated looking Don Bluth video game from back
Oh,
when?
I love and hate that game so much. I love it and hate it. I wanted to finish it. I'm never going to be good enough.
I totally agree. Totally agree. And this is another case, Joe, where they have it now for the tablet, right? So instead of like wasting all of my quarters, you
Yeah.
can basically just, it tells you what to do next, where to move the stick, what
Matt,
to do.
there's something about the quarters. So I didn't tell you guys, there's this coffee shop near me where twice a day I get a coffee and play some pinball. But I'm draining them of quarters. They can't keep up with my habit. I
Nice.
just found out. I mean, there's lots of laundromats in the world. I just wasn't paying attention. There's a laundromat like between me and the coffee shop. So now I hit the laundromat. I cash out $20 worth of quarters. I'm like the weird dude who's coming in just for the quarters at the laundromat. Like there's something about putting the quarters in the machine. It's not the same on a tablet, you know?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
I don't know if they'll do it anymore, but back when I was young, much younger, and I worked at a long time ago when I first got out of college. This is like the early 90s. I worked at AT&T downtown Portland, Oregon. And in order to get to and from work, because parking down there is a nightmare, I took a bus, right? And so for the longest time, I would go into the grocery store once a week and get literally, you could buy a roll of quarters for like, and they'll just sell it to you in the roll. And it's really easy to carry that way. Maybe that will help you if you go into the grocery store.
I'll be doing them a favor, taking all their change. I bet they'll be like, "Thank you, sir."
Yeah.
We didn't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So
I don't disagree with the retro use of spending quarters. Just recently, there's a restaurant bar downtown. I met my youngest daughter there. We had a nice dinner, a couple of drinks, and we played pinball and video games for an hour or two just last week.
Yeah.
So I am 100% down that still needs to be a thing, except for Dragon's Lair.
Because it's too hard.
Done. Yes. I'm not interested in putting another quarter in that machine.
No. So when I was a kid, we had a place in downtown Beaverton, Oregon, called the Nickel Arcade, and you would show up and you'd pay $1.50 to get in, and then all the games were 1 or 2 nickels, right? And they of course would provide the nickels. Like you come in with $5 and they take your $1.50 out of that, and then they give you $3.50 worth of nickels.
Nice.
And I still spent way too much money on stupid Dragon's Lair, stupid game. The dragon is cool though. The dragon is hot. That's my call.
Dragon's hot. Game.
The dragon's hot. The game is like,
opposite. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. All right.
I love the game. I just can't beat it. I've seen people do it, and it just makes me want to claw my skin off.
Yeah, I think all those people probably worked in the arcade way back when, right? Where they could perfect their technique. I don't know.
No, one of them was my best friend in high school. He could do it because he was freaking hyperkinetic, and he just like ADHD, which is ADHD before ADHD existed, right?
Right. ADHD. Gotcha.
Yes.
There is
Oh,
Boy,
I-
you went quiet, Joe.
yeah. Your audio went down.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
This is
Yes.
my
Yeah, there you go. Why'd you
Anyway.
mute Joe, Elena?
I triggered some sort of YouTube, like I said the bad word. Like yeah. Anyway.
That's funny. All right, let's big finish on Hot or Not when it comes to dragons. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
This one might be divisive, or we might all sing Kumbaya together. Puff the Magic Dragon. Hot or not?
Hot, dude. It's Puff.
Hot.
Dude, he's so
Who doesn't
cool.
love
When I was a
Puff the
kid, I
Magic
loved that. I
Dragon?
still love that song. I know almost all the words. It makes me cry.
If you uh-oh, Chris,
Chris, what's wrong with you? Who doesn't like Puff the Magic
That's,
Dragon? That's like kicking puppies. You gonna go like
that's-
steal Halloween candy from a toddler next?
that'd be true.
wow, maybe.
I will say though, you'll have a different opinion if you like. You know how like there's some songs you sing, maybe like a Christmas Carol. We all sing the first verse and that's it. We never learn any other verses. If you learn the entire song of Puff the Magic Dragon, it takes a turn at the end. Jackie Paper does not fare well. So just saying,
Oh,
maybe
that's the
stick
whole point. It's the loss of innocence, and like
right.
yeah,
Right.
it's sad. It's quite sad.
Can't do it. Won't do it. No. So you guys can outvote me, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. But
Wait, Chris, seriously, what's
not
your
for
like?
me.
It's just like you hated it as a kid or something. Like, why do you not like the
No,
Puff?
I don't hate it. I feel very meh about it. Meh.
Did you go to like nursery school? I feel like we sung this like all the time or something when I was like 3. Like it goes way back in my head to like the
Yeah.
earliest memories.
No, no. I mean, yeah, it happened. I mean, the music happened, and I just meh. And I studied music for a long time. I mean, I love music, but no, it's not for me. I'm
All right. Well, we'll give it
gonna
a
go out and kick a puppy now. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Go outside and find a puppy. I know.
I don't like dogs anyways. I'm a cat guy.
We did have a question in the chat, Joe. Now that we're doing source books for 5e, does that mean we're going to see Dragon Mech again?
I know everybody asked that. I mean, I
Yeah.
get this question
Including
clearly.
me.
There's
Yeah.
interest. I know. I've been for our
What?
25th anniversary. I've been going through all these photos, and I found the photos of my play. That was like my home campaign for like a year and a half. So I found the photos of like my old group playing. It was fun. I don't know. I kind of don't like going back to the past, but it keeps coming up. So maybe we should update it one of these days. I
What,
don't know.
I'm sorry, I missed something. What's going on? What's the question?
Dragon Mech. It was it's a setting that we released in 3rd edition, which is kind of like how do you even describe it? Another one of these cross genre things, which is like fantasy steampunk mechs in a post-apocalyptic world with a medieval flavor, and dragons.
Oh,
definitely-
right.
Anyway.
Stranger things have happened.
Stranger things. have
Literally,
happened.
there was a
Yeah.
show called Stranger Things, and it happened.
Wait, what?
So
Yes. Yeah. It's been a
anything is
while.
possible.
Anything is
Yeah,
possible. It's
anything's
not in the
possible.
near-term plans, but
We-
it
yeah.
does keep coming up. So maybe one of these days. Yeah.
We have plans, and this may be something that we could squeeze into part of one of our other plans. I'm not opposed to this concept. I'm just saying, and I'm not going to say it out loud in front of here, but I'll talk to Joe about it later. I know you know what I'm
Wait.
talking about.
Okay. Wait, Chris, somebody keeps asking in the chat, JC, I feel like we answered this, but what is OG5E? Do you want to give a quick, just in case somebody missed the earlier
So,
part of the show, do you want to give a quick
OG5E is what
Yeah.
we all think about when we think about the original 2014 release and the period of time that occurred after that, between, I'm going to say, roughly 2014 and 2022-ish, right? And it is this period where not only was the game super accessible and people were interested in learning how to play, people were getting into the game, but also where the makers, the publishers, people who published products for the game, whether it was Wizards or other posts, they were as one with the community and the fan base, and we were all fans together of what we were doing, right? And that to me is the spirit of what OG5E is all about. And somewhere along the way that got missed. That's okay. I'd love to bring it back. That was the time I think when when this game was like at its peak of we can all have a good time. It was a true, I want to say, for those of you who know this old movie, it was a true Field of Dreams moment, right? If you build it, they will come, and it happened. So that's OG5E.
Cool.
Very cool. Yeah. Yep.
All right. So what's our final tally for hot and not when it comes to dragons? I kind of lost track. Was anybody paying attention? Did anybody take notes? Yeah. I feel like
I feel
mostly
like
hots.
Mostly hots. Mostly hots. I think dragons are hot. I think we can say dragons are hot for sure. I think
Yeah.
there's a few exceptions, but mostly
Fin Fang
hot.
Foom is clearly the
Fang Foom.
exception.
Yep. Green underpants might be a no-go. Yep. I'm down
And
with
then
that.
Puff, we were divided on Puff. I feel like it was Fin Fang Foom and Puff who were the two that we were, not unanimous, and the rest were pretty unanimous. Yeah.
Yep. I think that might be true. Yeah.
And the reasoning was because Chris hates puppies. I think.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So we never mentioned our dragon from Dragon Slayer, Vermithrax Pejorative, but he's hot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
in relation to my list, but yeah, you did mention him, and I think Brett loves him too. Brett was excited to hear his name mentioned, so he's down. Yeah, you got to be
Because,
on the right side of Vermithrax. Agree.
It has all the syllables.
All right. Is there anything we didn't cover? We got to sign off sooner or later to do the day job. Stretch goals. So we're gonna clear some stretch goals. There'll be a cool booklet of aerial. I think you called it the Book of Aerial Hazards and Traps or something like that, Chris. You had a cool idea.
I don't know. I don't think we have an official title for it yet, but it's basically aerial monsters and hazards and other things that happen, right? I mean, come on. Who doesn't want a gelatinous cloud in their game?
Yeah, there's got to be something wrong with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's something wrong with me for coming up with the idea, but a gelatinous, just so you know, I mean, that whole concept in my head is like every other cloud out there. It's a cloud that's comprised of many tiny little droplets, right, of water. No, this cloud is a many little gelatinous cubey thingies in there. Oh yes, so gelatinous cloud, yo.
There you go. So that's the goal for stretch goals, is to build this book of really cool aerial encounters, hazards, traps, monsters, flesh out your aerial campaign with a lot of airborne options.
Aquafina was a dragon too, and that particular film was awesome as well. And Aquafina as a dragon, hot.
Agree. Yep.
I just saw the comment in the chat. Aquafina was a very good dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know that dragon. Okay, there's a lot of dragons out there. More than I realized.
Yeah, no, this is from the oh gosh, what's that movie called?
Yeah, it was
Raya the Last Dragon.
Yeah, Raya, and she had a giant pillbug that she rode as a mount, which was awesome.
Wait, the dragon rode another thing?
No. The Raya did. She had a mount that was a giant rolling pillbug. That was awesome. So yeah, good times.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that one out again. It's been too long. Yeah, Aquafina in anything is a thumbs up.
Cool.
Good story.
All right. Well, our final tally is dragons are hot. Thank you to all the backers who are tuning in and pledging and so on. If we missed any, and yeah, anything else we forgot to cover, guys?
No, I do see the comment. Sorry, I keep on seeing comments on my side over here. The flump mount. The flump mount. When we figure out how to make the whole intelligent mount thing work, we'll do a flump mount in that book too.
And
So
gelatinous flumps, yes.
there'll be a flump mount. There'll be other intelligent creatures that are mounts, but I'm still trying to figure out a way to not make GMs out there hate me because their players each have 2 characters. So yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
We'll keep working on that. In the meantime, thanks everybody for the support. This is a fun hanging out, guys. lots of quality accomplishments. And I do feel like I wrote down, here's my notes from this meeting. Dragonathon, and 3-way dragon fight.
3-way dragon fight.
Dragon fight.
3-way dragon fight. We got to work that into something. I don't know why.
3WDF. I'm there. Yeah.
We need a
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Don't we have somebody nearby who makes music for us? Do they do metal?
No, I know. Somebody else suggested that too. Like, yeah, I'm sure Levi from Loot the Body. I don't know if he's watching this, but I'm sure he can make an awesome
the
song.
Body.
out of it. 3-way
Metal?
dragon fight.
3-way
Yeah.
dragon fight?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, cool. Thanks everybody. I think that I gotta go back.
Thank
We gotta
you.
do some writing and editing and art and publishing and stuff. But good hanging
Yeah,
out.
we
with
got to do some work. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Nice.
we'll see you next time.
Sounds good. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome.
Bye bye.
Thanks everybody. See you later.